Hello and welcome to Stories from the Set. My name is Jesus. This is my podcast. Before I get started, I just want to officially thank my significant other for the card that, not card, whatever the fuck this thing's called.
Graphic design.
The graphic design, thank you. The graphic design that she created for this. Thank you very much, significant other. And here we go. This is Max. Max is a first AC. Max, tell me a little bit about yourself. So, you currently working as a first AC on an E-League, which is very interesting to me because I've seen them take up whole arenas, and which is crazy to me. People watching other people play video games, and I only know of one player, Ninja, because he's out on a commercial right now.
I just saw him on a video that went viral on Reddit earlier this week, and that's the first time I ever heard of him. But that's interesting that you say entire arenas. I wish we were in an arena.
What are you guys in?
We're in like a tiny little studio in the valley.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yep, in a valley. But it's interesting how like there's totally different types of like cameras and esports. There's actual live in person, and then there's in gameplay cameras.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So, my question is, have you done something besides esports, or is esports what you predominantly do?
This is my first esports. I'm contracted through a live production company.
Okay.
So we've been doing so many different things across the board.
Okay, so being first AC, you're the guy who's there, putting the lens on the camera, taking the lens off the camera, having it to the second AC while they clean the lens and everything. Just for people out there who are watching this podcast and don't know what a first AC does. So, did you go to college for that? Did you learn on the job?
No, I just learned right on the job, and I did not go to college for that. I've done a lot of different things in production through college, but I didn't go to college for camera work at all. It was something that I liked doing all throughout my entire life.
Okay, and so what was your first job?
My very, very first production job I was a PA on my dad's friend's feature film, and we worked on that movie all summer, and we worked on it was the first red camera.
Okay.
And I remember it was beautiful. It was like a very, very beautiful picture, but I remember we couldn't shoot for that long because it was just like it would get overheated.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and like we were shooting in like literally, actually, I think we were shooting in an apartment like exactly like this, and sound was painful to get something like painfully silent, and when it did get painfully silent, you could hear the camera buzzing.
I remember them on those cameras, having to actually put ice packs on them to cool them down.
You're goddamn right about that. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was beautiful, and it was a very finicky camera to work with. But I could see why people just worked with it once really quick, and then haven't worked with it since.
So do you enjoy doing first day scene on esports, or do you prefer film? Do you prefer commercials? I don't know what you've worked on.
Yeah,
Give us a little bit of your resume.
Okay, so through live production, I've been doing a lot of corporate stuff through Honda, Kia. I've done Bitcoin conferences. I've worked on shows for Comic-Con, and a lot of them just go straight live to internet through Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or anything like that. And I kind of
Dropped his phone.
I like that type of live production. The esports one, ironically, isn't live, but they treat it like it is.
Oh, do they really?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
A little secret there. And where can you see this? What is there, like an internet channel they can go to?
Yeah, you can
or?
watch it live on the Clash Royale Esports.
Clash Royale Esports.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be honest. They have so many people watching. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yes, it's stupid ridiculous. I mean, sorry, it's not a stupid concept that a bunch of people are watching. It's just like I was surprised how many people.
So give me some average numbers for an average viewership of one of your shows.
My personal, the esports, like the very first live shoot that we did, we put it up the next day, and I think I checked like probably the hour that came out, and it was up to like 50,000 views already.
Wow, that's a lot of views. I could only hope that I could get views like that.
It's beyond me. So if you could check on your phone right now and just start playing. It's a little it's one of those addicting games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the way that they I think they set the league up in a pretty decent way.
And so, what games are they playing in this league?
It's specifically the Clash Royale.
Clash Royale.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Oh, so you're watching people play games on their phones?
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Right?
That is crazy.
Did it just click right now?
Yeah, it just clicked right now. They're like, no, these are not like, this is not Fortnite. This is not, this is something you're playing on your phone. That is really interesting.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm down for Fortnite and all that. All these teams that are professional Fortnite teams, and they play on all these other games. And but yeah, this is Clash Royale iPhone game. It's the first one, the very first time they did it this season.
So you're not playing against individuals, you're playing against teams. So like if the Rams were a team and the Broncos were a team,
Yes.
they play against each other.
I think these are basically the Broncos and the Rams of esports. These are teams that are owned by like Rick Fox and Oprah. And,
Wow.
yeah.
Rick Fox and Oprah. Who knew that they were into esports?
It's a pretty damn good investment. Like these teams have the advertisements like Rocket. I probably shouldn't even say it, but these teams have these advertisements like on their jerseys like this, and like this or that.
He's showing
Yeah.
the zero water bottle.
Yeah, or even motherfucking up. Like, damn, it's crazy. Like that they.
So are they wearing these like? Do they have like uniforms or these like T-shirts?
Oh, yeah, jerseys like these Under Armour type jerseys.
Oh, really?
Pants, hoodies. Some teams are sponsored by the sports brand Champion, and they're all wearing their Champion hoodies. Crazy. Yes. Mm-hmm. They're all wearing Adidas when they're walking in.
I'm sorry. I just find it so funny that they're dressed in all this sports gear to sit down and play video games.
Oh, and they're not sitting down; they're standing, and they're going like this. You need to look, like. I feel like you need to pause it and look it up now.
Go ahead, bring it up on your phone. What the hell? Yeah.
I don't know if I can bring it up to the right moments, but yeah.
That is really hilarious. They're standing there on their phones. You guys are shooting them, and every so often it'll go to screenshots of the actual live feed from their phone, or is it a general live feed because they're all playing in different groups?
So, if you know the gameplay, it's basically 1-on-1 or 2 versus 2.
Okay.
So it's easier to keep it all on one screen, and it's all played on one arena.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was played on this tabletop, you could basically put a camera right above, and you see moves going across the table.
Oh, okay.
So the cameras don't move around like that for that game specifically. So
Okay.
that's why it's even easier for me.
So you pretty much like you get in. Okay, so like give me a typical day of you walking into work. Walking into work. So just give me something.
Okay.
So let's start with the phone one. What's your day walking in? You know you're gonna be doing phone.
I love questions like this. All right. Do you want me to start from the very beginning? Even
Well,
though
not from when you wake up. Just
Okay,
like
okay.
you're walking in the door.
Walk in the door, say hello to production office. There's craft kitchen to the right. I usually get coffee, yogurt parfait. And
So they have good crafty. That's good to know.
Yes, they're good with that. Yes. They're in that crafty area. There is also the social media team. There's 3 of them. They hang out there.
Oh, so aside from the production team, you have a social media team.
There might be like 60 people that I see there working.
Really? 60 social media?
Not 60 social media, but like in an entire production
crew. Oh, your entire production crew is 60 people.
It might be that high now.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And then there's also sideline reporter.
Sideline reporter.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this. This is awesome. I totally can't believe they got a sideline reporter. And but go on. So you're walking in. You got your sideline reporter. What do you do to set up? Okay.
So my stuff is not touched throughout the entire year, so I don't need to worry about people messing with it.
Okay. All right.
So I go to a different rental company and then coming back with me.
Mm-hmm.
I work on a Sony FS7. And my favorite thing about the entire shoot is in all the cameras. We work with 4 cameras, 4 Sony FS7s,
mm-hmm.
and they're all flipped. This is gonna blow your mind. They're all flipped 90 degrees like this. So we shoot on FS7s that are flipped 90 degrees.
So you're not even using landscape; you're using portrait mode.
Portrait mode. So everything is mounted on an L bracket to be filmed that way. And
Interesting.
There's one on stick. There's 2 on sticks. One's manned on sticks, and they're on an L bracket, and the other 2 are on easy rigs or whatever.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
if you guys don't know what an easy rig is, you're gonna have to look it up because I don't have time to explain it.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool physics lesson.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 FS7s flip 90 degrees on easy rigs. I have a picture on my phone, I think.
Okay.
Be able to pull it up.
Just show it to this camera if you're going to show it.
Yes. I don't want to talk and do this at the same time. And then it's basically a choreographed show now. We basically run the show crisscross patterns from different war rooms.
War rooms? Explain what a war room is to me.
A soundproof room where the teams could talk about their game plan.
Oh, interesting. Yes. Interesting, because you don't want the other team to hear.
Pretty much. Except they're all mics, so sometimes we get to listen.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all from all around the world, so very rarely do I understand what they're actually talking about.
So let me understand this. So teams mm-hmm. from around the world mm-hmm. come to your studio, get put in these different rooms, and if they're, let's just say if they're English-speaking teams, do they have the ability to like shut off their own mics, or do you guys do that? Do they request that you shut off mics?
This is all production. They do they request things all the time, but this is our league. Yeah.
Okay.
But most of the time it's an interesting battle between like what production needs to do and what is okay for the game. Okay. All right. And that's a hard battle because we're also battling the Wi-Fi of the area. Mm-hmm. The game's played over Wi-Fi. Okay. And the game had glitches, and it's just something that you kind of have to deal with anyway. And it's the normal stop and go of any production, I've learned. So when a game glitches, let me get, before I get to that, I just want to ask. So when a foreign team comes in, let's say from Korea, because we're in Koreatown, might as well, yes. Korea, and they start conversing with each other, do you guys hire a translator to like translate as they're talking, or is somebody like who knows the language typing in the subtitles? How does that work out? Yeah, we do have translators. We have a translator on the social media team, and if this person was not there, I don't know what we would do. Oh, really? Yeah. Very important then, huh? Because there are situations that come up where they definitely try to utilize the fact that we might not understand
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
And I don't. Yeah, and it's come up strategy wise
Mm.
for certain teams.
Interesting. So they think, well, these guys aren't going to know what we're saying. Do they try and use that to their advantage by cheating in some way? I don't know how well you can cheat. And like, do you have like fouls? Like, oh, that's a foul.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't want to. It happens in a way where they try to ice the other team. Like, do you know how you ice the kicker?
I don't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah.
Where a team calls timeout right before the kick happens.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, yeah.
they do that, and
So you have timeouts in this
yeah,
game.
they have timeouts.
Wow.
Yeah, when a glitch happens, they like you're supposed to raise your hand and step away from step away. So make a noticeable attempt that you notice a glitch, and we have like an engineering crew where you could go back and check and everything like that. And I feel like some teams use it to their advantage to like stop time and like go back and converse. So there's like a whole dealio going on between like there's talent coordinators, there's referees, there's people that could translate because we don't want them to talk with each other about like how to make a move when they call timeout or they say it's glitching or they go to the bathroom. They need to be walked by themselves to go to the bathroom.
Oh, so you can't go to the restroom together.
No, and they have to wear like soundproof headphones like that so they don't talk with their teammates.
Oh, interesting.
And
I always thought that's so they communicate with each other.
So when they're playing 2v2, they could only talk with the person next to them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Other than that, there is white noise being pumped in.
Really?
And I would say it's loud enough so you can't, so it sounds like. And it's I guess it turns into a stressful environment when $1 million is on the line.
$1 million? So, okay, okay, all right, hold on. Pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes here.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that the esports league you go to now is this like two teams are playing each other and the winner gets $1 million, or is this a bracket type of thing?
Yeah, it started off as it's a league, so we start off in August and are rolling through fall. I'm finishing next week.
Okay.
And we did it's like a 16. I think it's 16. Yeah, it's a league, and then we go through the playoff bracket. Really
Okay.
Quick,
Okay.
And then they go to Japan.
Oh, Japan. So you guys aren't even the pinnacle of the.
Yeah, and I'm not going to Japan. No, I'll go. Sorry, like that. I don't want to make it seem like I don't want to go. I would love to go. They don't want to pay for us to.
Oh, right.
Right. Like,
It's all about the dollar. Yeah, I know. They're like, wait a second, we got one of you guys over there. Why do we have to pay you to fly over?
I know, and like this is my first time working with cameras that need to be flipped that way. And when I Googled it, I didn't get. I feel like I could Google anything and learn something from even just a chat board like of things that were done, and that was something that like I didn't even get to. I was just given materials and I kind of had to build something up.
Really? So so basically if I understand correctly, you're using cell phones to tape all this, right?
No. That's actually funny that you mentioned. I think that would have been an interesting idea too. We shoot it all to be on cell phones.
Oh, you shoot it all to be on cell phones. So okay.
If you watch it on your screen right now, it will only play vertically.
Oh, okay. Just out of curiosity, and I'm just gonna go to my screen set here. So we're gonna continue talking, but I'm gonna pull up and see if I can get this on the screen.
Yeah, this might be hard to see, but this is a Sony FS7 tilted on its side.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay, go ahead. Show the camera.
Yeah, this is an FS7 tilted on its side. So all the cameras are tilted on their sides.
That is so weird to me. They're just sitting there, tilted on the side.
Yeah, and they're in they're locked in a camera plate
Mm-hmm.
sideways like this instead of.
Right. That's crazy. So obviously you had to build a special rig for it.
Yeah, me and a coworker built that the weekend before.
Oh, the weekend before.
Yeah,
You're
no,
like,
no, in a perfect world, you would have like, you would want to be involved in like one of those production meetings.
right.
Because I texted one of the possible cameramen that were going to be the camera people that were going to be on the shoot, and I got a text back like at midnight, and he's like, "Wait, really?" And I said, obviously, explained to him, like, "Hey, we're on Sony FS7s. Like, we don't know if we could be putting this, if you could hang it from the easy rig, or if you want to shoulder mount." And I was trying to like, get things that we could possibly buy.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a response like hours later saying, "Wait, 90 degrees, really?" I did not get it.
I find that hilarious, man.
Because he got the picture later on after the fact.
So, just out of curiosity, you got a lot of stuff on the camera, on the top of the camera. They'll put the video screen so you can see what's being shot.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you slide that thing in there? I'm very curious.
Okay, so the mount that goes on to.
No, okay, let me just.
I kind of you kind of do have to explain it like all
Right,
for it
right.
to actually make sense. It's still on a normal tripod.
Okay.
Except on the normal tripod is just like a giant L-shaped steel cheese board type thing.
Right.
Where you could mount anything onto this L shape.
Right.
Instead of mounting it to the bottom part of the L,
oh,
it's mounted.
Oh,
it's
got it.
degrees
Got
and
it.
mounted on its side.
Got it.
God knows how it's still hanging up there.
Right.
Basically, I wish I could just take a picture and just send it off to the company and tell them like, "Yo, for 3 months it hasn't fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Like we leave it up there hang it up there overnight."
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And it's on a normal Zacuto plate or whatever they call it, and it locks in. And the only part of the camera that locks in is the bottom part, so it has to be locked in on its side.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the cameraman also has to hold it with his hands, so we have to build 2 arm handles from the top or from the right side of the camera that's now facing downward, and there's 2 arm handles that come out from the right side. And there's these. He also has his zoom control on his right handle, and he can still control focus with his left.
That's interesting.
But
if you'd like, since this isn't going out live, you could just send me a photo, and I can totally put it up on here.
I have one. I think I have a bunch on my phone.
Okay, cool. Now, everybody's looking at for safety. I mean, usually when you get a camera in, it's locked in. It's pretty safe. It's held in. But all the weight is being pushed on basically one of the, I guess you want to call it for a better word, brackets that are holding it in. So, do you guys have like something as like a cushion to like relieve the weight of the camera, or?
It's basically hanging by a hook.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's a. I'm actually gonna.
There's gonna be a lot of first ACs who are gonna be like going, "How is this thing set up?"
It is pretty ridiculous. I have to. It can't be solved by more than one picture. I have to like go.
Right. Sure.
But yeah, there's a handle that we clip onto it, and the normal handle that's on the FS7 is of course on top, and we couldn't get a mount to screw into that little whatever size that was. I can't remember off the top of my head. I wish I could just bring it here. They probably wouldn't give a shit.
Probably not.
That's probably yeah. So we couldn't get on the right side. We had to build a mount that's connected to the real bottom of the camera that's now tilted on its side, and built it up and around, and that has enough force to hold the easy rig
Okay.
clip,
All right.
which gets it's spring loaded. So you untwist the spring, open it, clip it on, twist it on, and we do that we transition from that to the sticks like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, really?
Live. Yes.
Wow.
And it's a quick unscrew, clip in, and then unclip it, unscrew it in.
You should send me a video just showing that done, and I would love to put it on here.
Ah, yes. And goddamn, now I wish I could get someone to sit. I'm like, who can I get to videotape it? Like all the ACs on the show are doing that shit. Yeah, but yeah, I wish I could get that set up. That would be very interesting. I like the whole camera setup process for the show, because we don't just build that camera. We set up all the cameras for the show.
Okay.
So there's an unmanned camera that we set up, and thank God that no one touches that. But for some reason, of course, that gets out of focus, and that needs to be focused every goddamn day. And then we have these Marshall lipstick cameras that are in the war rooms, and those are my favorite cameras that were set up, because they're the size of my pinky, and they look like Hina cameras, and they're from the ceiling down into the rooms. And we've moved those throughout the course of the show. Those started off in the dugout area. And
The dugout? You actually call it a dugout?
it wasn't called that. It's basically the bench where the teams play.
Okay.
But the I think it would be better for the camera crew if it was an actual dugout. Now that I think about it. But yeah, those were set up along the bench, and those were my favorite cameras because they were like up close, and the team would like freak out. Yeah. But now they moved into the war room, and it's kind of tame in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, are you capable of giving me the rundown of the rules of a typical game? Not like the game itself, but the rules of the league. Like, is there personal fouls? Is there?
I honestly don't think there's I don't think the verbal harassment foul is like that much in there, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, so
because I have there's a handful of refs that are in there that are getting rotated, and honestly I think they do pretty damn well keeping things under control. Because you know how people get sometimes when they play one, competitive sports, and two, competitive esports is for some reason on a whole other level. People get pretty heated, and they said they'll issue fouls or just count a game as a loss or forfeit a game.
Oh, you can get a forfeit. So I'm guessing there's no taunting. You can't taunt the other players, or can you taunt the other players, but only to a certain extent?
So on the gameplay, there's an actual button that you could press, whether it's a thumbs up, or you could earn different emojis that you could pull out during gameplay. And I have seen teams play that during gameplay. Teams that also write on the plexiglass war room wall. They don't call people. It's not as like intense as you think. Like you don't call people dicks or stuff like that. That would also be funny because they do, like, even though they're from all around the world, they do know each other, and they do talk with each other all the time, and they have huge followings on social media.
Really?
Yeah, and that I think that part is all fun in games. I just think personally, like, it could get a little emotional.
Well, give me an example of like when you're filming and it got really heated, and do you guys like stop, or do you just like keep rolling, or?
Yeah, you just keep rolling. I haven't had an opportunity where we had to actually shut down and do something about it. And if it does get to that point, it shouldn't, because there's other people there. Even though there are a limited amount of people in the studio because of space. But I don't think it could ever get to that, nor I don't know what would happen.
Okay, so
It's just game. It's on iPhone. We just having fun.
Okay, so give me an example when it might have gotten like not crazy heated, but a little heated where referees are called in. If you can just give me an example of what that would be like.
Minor moments where, you know, it does glitch out, or even power goes out. We've had power go out twice.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. And yeah, minor moment. Player steps away, drops his phone. Referee comes in, takes a look at the device. They bring it back. They do a quick run through of what happened, and then they try to. I honestly I don't get to watch the gameplay because I feel like that's if I get to watch the gameplay I could predict a moment for give an advantage for a team.
Oh, okay,
So
I understand.
I personally because I'm right there. We're not that far. Well,
Oh, really? Wow.
and some cameras do have the gameplay monitor and they get to watch, but I do not. That would be another pain in the ass thing to set up. But, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
You got enough shit to set up already. You don't need one more thing.
no. So, so it's like so there's minor fixes, and then there's like whole conundrums that happen where teams are icing each other, and referees are catching on to it, and they like people are saying the F word and saying like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is bullshit. Like, look what they're doing. They're trying to ice me, and other than that, like, it's just good content, and I think people know about it. Like, players know that like when tensions are high, that's what like production wants to see.
Oh, okay. So it's like any other reality show or sporting event. You want to see, like when you go to a hockey fight. When you go to a hockey game, you want to see a fight every now and then. You don't want anybody to get really hurt, but you want to see them tussle up or.
Oh yeah, and I definitely don't think these teams are capable of doing anything like that. But if esports got to that moment, and unfortunately, like it's obviously gotten worse. It's gotten to the worst extent, but I don't think it would get to the extent where all of a sudden they're like throwing down their gloves into the middle in front of the podium and just.
So you've never seen anybody like leave the war room or the quote unquote dugout and just like go start rushing the other team?
Oh no, we've seen people just straight up leave the studio.
Oh really?
Yeah, and just like there was a play that was overturned, and then the team ended up losing, and they just walked off and just walked straight out of the studio. Which is funny when you have to take an Uber somewhere.
So do they all Uber in together, or do they take different Ubers?
So they've been in LA for a month. A lot of these teams aren't from
Really?
Yeah. So
wow.
We have a lot of money.
Do you guys like put them up in hotels and stuff?
We don't. I think the teams don't put them up. They might be in hotels. I'm pretty sure they must have a team home by now in LA. That has to be a thing. If you follow them on social media, you might get a little bit more information. I don't go that in depth.
Yeah, I'm not going to get involved, to be honest with you.
That's a thing. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for esports. More power to them. Anyway, if you're great at playing video games and you can make money at it, hey, go for it. But I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's like, what's that? There's an HBO show about it. Not an HBO show about esports, an HBO show about like the ranks of like football, like Hard Knocks, right?
Yeah, School of Hard Knocks, yeah.
But yeah.
So do you think there could be a EA Sports School of Hard Knocks or something like that?
If there isn't already.
If there isn't already.
Yeah, because all these teams have their crazy following, not crazy, crazy huge followings. Millions of people follow that, like every move that they do every day.
Wow.
They have their own channels and their own social medias, their own. Yeah, people buying their product. It's a cool, crazy thing.
It's really amazing to me. Maybe it's because of my age that there are people who are known by millions and millions of people around the world, but not for like acting, not for like traditional sports, but for playing video games. Like like just an example, Ninja, who, and I'm only using him as an example because he's the only one I've ever even heard of. I couldn't tell you one other gamer's name to save my life, and the only reason I know him is because he was in a commercial for Sony and how great their phone is. But it's amazing to me how this individual has so many followers for playing video games that now he's in a product commercial for a phone company.
I mean, it's an interesting way to think about it because, like, what better person to like promote your product? Like,
Right.
He's like the face of an industry. You're not gonna put like some low level developer who could have been doing a shit ton of the work to put the product to make a product work, but like I don't know, he's not like the real face of the brand, someone that uses the product like that every day. It's people that people are gaming
And
like to a crazy extent.
and just out of curiosity, since we're talking about phones and gaming, is there a certain phone that like teams use? Are they representative by different phone companies or phone carriers, or like if I go into a league, is everybody going to have like a Note 9 or an iPhone or a Zune? Zune, I totally forgot about Zune. that was the worst product to come out right before the iPhone. Not a worst product, interesting. It like flips around. Anyway,
so that was actually brought up recently on Set the Zune, and they're still going for like $400.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So okay, so no, I don't. I think they're all on the same device.
Okay.
I don't want to say which one.
Okay. All right.
But they're all on the same one.
They're all on the same one.
I don't know if it makes a difference or not. I think they were deciding which one would work better, but they're using the same type of device, and the same type of device and tablet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you can use your phone and tablet. I don't think it matters. So there's players that are on a tablet, and there's players that are on their phone.
Interesting. So
if you want to know the exact setup, it's basically a tripod like this, and their phones are either magnetic onto the device like that, or they just hold in their hands.
Oh, interesting.
I think there's all these different rules regarding that I don't understand.
Oh, so they're okay. All right. So that's interesting because, like, I know I just recently saw a YouTuber doing an unboxing of the newest Razer phone, which is specifically built for gaming. Cool. And I know they came out with one the year before that was specifically for gaming. And so I would think that since it's specifically for gaming, that they would be, more attracted to it. But you say they all kind of use the same product.
Yes. So, like, teams don't have, like, there's not one team that's on Apple and one team that's on a Microsoft phone or one team that's on whatever.
Okay.
They all use the same.
Okay.
It will be interesting.
Is that league design that they all use the same, or?
I think so.
Okay.
I think. Ooh, that's beyond my expertise.
Okay.
I don't know if if they had to like adjust or something like that.
Now, are you one of many gaming leagues?
Mm-hmm.
And like, do you know how many gaming leagues are out there?
I believe so. In our league, there's the European region, and then there's also the North American region.
Okay, so you got two regions.
So, and other than that, I think then there's the Asian region, and I think they do. I think that's a whole other ballgame.
Okay.
But as of now, we're the only Clash Royale Esports league that I know of.
Okay, and besides from Clash Royale, do you do like other games, or is it not yet? Ooh.
Yeah, I got an email that I wanted that I'm gonna send soon. I guess I have to watch a little bit more of what's going on, but I'm down to get involved in it.
That's interesting. So, you say that I'm assuming that the Europeans have their regional games, North America has its regional games, and then the champions from both those regions go to Japan?
Correct.
That's interesting. And in order to get to, like, let's say the semifinals, are you going through like local games, like a local gaming thing? Like
So
how's it kind of set up, or do you not know?
I think the way it started off was a bunch of people tried out to get onto these teams, and
Mm-hmm.
these teams drafted people, and I'm sure they had these professional players that they knew who they wanted to pick anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then they might have added some random people from the
From
circuit,
Okay, there's a circuit. That's good to know.
or the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because on some of these games, whether it be you get globally and regionally ranked, you know which team or which is number one. Because I remember when I played, I think it was Clash of Clans, Clash of Clans.
Yes.
You would join like a team, and then you would have like team
Clan.
battles. Yeah, you would
Yeah.
join a clan, and then you would like try and destroy different
people's towers.
other people's towers and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then, but you got ranked of where your team was at.
That's exactly what it is. Yes.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. I maybe I should have played longer to become better, but I didn't like the fact that I had to pay to like get better at it. That's what sucked.
I don't want to pay to get better at stuff.
Yeah,
Ever.
right, right.
Ever. Just for my kid.
So now that you've AC'd on these games, are you ready to move up to DP or
Oh no. I mean, I have an idea.
could you
I
produce? Could you direct one? Could you?
I could consult. I know I'm already getting asked to do a camera build for next week. But
Mm.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why they're picking me.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, man.
No, because like no, I just don't understand because I feel like anyone could just like figure it out themselves.
But anyone didn't figure it out.
Right.
You're the one who figured it out. So they want to go with the guy who solved the problem. Well, he solved the problem. Let's go get this guy and have him build us a rig and get us going.
Yeah, I gotta negotiate my contract a little bit.
Yeah, you should renegotiate that contract.
Yeah. Oh, that's a different camera.
Oh.
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry, I can only do it with these.
Yeah, negotiate the day before.
Yeah. So I got the bill, but I wanted to know if I could renegotiate my contract before I hand it over to you.
And yes, all of the gaff tape. All of the colors. On a roll.
I'm sorry, that's just so funny because for those of you who don't know who are watching this and not in the film industry, camera crew, depending on who they are, they will have a loop of rope, string with various different colors of tape, so they can mark the ground, so they can mark the camera, so if they got to focus. So that's why I found the joke so funny, that because they go through a lot of tape.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's expensive stuff because.
Oh
people
yeah,
need it.
oh yeah. Gaff tape is not cheap.
No.
I hate having. That's why. That. Whenever I'm on a set, they're like, those are expendable. I'm like, okay, that's mine. That's mine.
It's a good idea. I've been going through that. Like, should I just grab it and take it home?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And, yeah.
Yeah, just talk. Yeah, just take it home. I mean, that's what I do. I took a whole roll of hardly used black wrap from a set. That's where I get most of my stuff from when I'm constantly working. But
Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, take what you can get, man.
All right, cool. I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say before we load out, we need more gaff tape.
Wait a second, I got a great story for you. I got a great story. Speaking of loaded out, so check this out. So I'm working on this film, and this guy, the set designer, he's got to build set. But what he decides to do is, because he kind of he bought like redwood planks or boards to like build the set, and he over ordered knowing that just in case I needed something left over. So he thought he was going to take all the extra redwood planks back with him and build a deck. And who takes care of all the budgets? I totally forget. It's going to be right now. Anyway, the person who could, accounting's like, "Oh no, we're sending those all back, but you're more than welcome to pull apart all the wood that you got that already built." So he really thought he was going to build himself a deck out of redwood.
It'd be more impressive if he actually just took like what they struck from the set and built like some rickety deck with it.
Yeah, but that was no good for the bill. But I thought that was hilarious. Kenny Barnes, oh yeah, he thinks he's taking this home with him. Yeah, right. We're sending it back.
Fuck no.
So I think that's it. But usually when at the end of a set, at least on Grip and Electric, if we have expendables, you're more than welcome to like take the gel, unless it's a whole roll of gel. But if there's like a little gels left, I mean, because you've seen gaffers that bring their little box of like gels with their little crate of gels with them onto a set. Do you guys use a lot of gel in your?
I'm thinking.
Because I don't see that happen. I've never seen it on a.
No, I wouldn't say a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But do you use like party gels for like lighting effects or anything
just
like
red
that?
And blue.
Just red and blue.
Yeah.
So just like
those are the only two colors, I guess. Yeah, got me thinking. Think about it. We don't use
I muted my mic, so hopefully it didn't sound too bad. Cough box. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have one. You don't have one, but I have one because I'm using headset.
No. Actually, I think I sound fine, right?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I listen. We're still echoey because I think my mic is picking you up a little bit in my headset,
Mm-hmm.
but when I listened to it, I didn't hear anything.
Cool.
But yeah, you're great. So, so what's your next project? What are you going to be working on next? Oh, and how you doing, by the way? Because I know you didn't take your
my allergy stuff.
Yeah.
It's coming on. I sound a little different though.
No, you sound the same. You don't sound any different. I might have some Benadryl if you.
No, I got one later on.
Okay. All right.
But thank you.
You're welcome.
That would be crazy. That would knock me out.
Yeah. Or are you taking a vacation because you've been working for quite a few months now?
Yeah, I probably should. But I have projects with a friend, a music video, and a voting PSA.
A voting PSA. That's interesting because you got to get out the vote.
Yes.
This isn't a political show, but everybody should vote.
Mm-hmm. I think I would have done it anyway, even if I wasn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because even when I wasn't very political, I voted anyway.
Mm.
And there's not really much that I wouldn't do for a friend,
So what's the funniest thing that's happened while you've been shooting that just you're like, oh, I can't believe this is happening right now?
The AD and the AD and the director just like arguing with each other over headset that we got all here.
What were they arguing about?
So they're both counting down for different things.
Mm-hmm.
And they just like I think they just naturally get on each other's nerves, and they sit next to each other.
Oh, really?
And one is like the voice of God, and one person is like counting down and going like, 4, go 4, 3, go 3, right focus 3, go 3, 3, zoom in. All right, cool. Card 6, go 6. And then there's person counting down saying like, all right, Julia, I'm gonna need you to raise the microphone. There we go. And volume. And they're all. I'm hearing that in my head at the same time. Because I'm camera 3, and all these things are happening, and I gotta make sure I'm not out of different camera views. And on top of that, like, well, everyone on the camera crew is fine together. I just think it's funny that those two just get on each other's nerves.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was the argument? The actual argument?
I'm just like talking over each other and like saying some like step on each other's toes and
Oh, really, really? So they're
Yeah.
not giving each other enough time to.
to actually get some work done.
Mm.
And when it's like down to a second, like people are getting frustrated. And I understand. And it's just, I honestly like I totally get it. It's fine. Not a big deal. It's
Not a
just
big deal.
really funny to hear on headset. It'd be worse if they could, if everyone else could hear it. That would be pretty bad. But as long like I could hear it. And I tell my partner that I wish I could just put my cell phone up and just like and like have her listen to it, but yeah.
All right. Well, we've been talking for a little while now, and I don't want you to like go to work feeling like all hell. So why don't we just go ahead and end it here? I want to thank you very much
Of course.
for coming on my show. Very appreciative. Yeah, go ahead and take the candy. What's your last name, Max?
Goldman.
Goldman.
No worries.
Because I was thinking of, I have a friend, Gary Golding.
That's a good last name too.
Yeah, but you're Goldman. Okay, so I want to thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I've learned more than enough about esports than I care to know.
And I learned some things talking to you about it.
Oh, yeah. you taught
No, I do actually do that.
You taught yourself while you were here.
Yes.
So thank you very much. And if anybody wants to get a hold of you or hire you for gigs, is there any place they can go, or do you want to give out any information?
Yeah. My Instagram is Maxegram. MAXEEGRAM. That's Maxegram.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah. Whenever, wherever. Let's do this. I'm not travel the world.
All right.
Is this thing on?
It is still on. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. I think we had a great show.